Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Mario Florima, and I'm the #1 educator in the Amazon FBA asset recovery space. And today we will be talking about invoice requirements. One of the fastest ways Amazon suspends sellers right now is invoice verification failure. Guys, most sellers think their invoices are fine until Amazon rejects them instantly. And honestly, small documentation mistakes can completely destroy your appeal. So in this video, we're breaking down what Amazon actually checks on invoices and how sellers recover strategically. Okay guys, now we're talking about how serious Amazon's verification systems became. Every detail on your invoice gets cross-checked against Amazon's internal compliance systems. Supplier details, dates, product information, business names, all of it matters. Guys, invoice verification is not just paperwork anymore. It's Amazon's way of measuring supply chain trust. Root causes of invoice rejection. Now we're diving into the biggest reasons invoices get rejected. Technical mismatches, missing supplier verification, formatting problems, and business name inconsistencies trigger automatic failures constantly. Guys, the good news is most invoice rejections are not fraud related. Usually they're technical compliance problems that sellers can actually fix. Now we're talking about one of the biggest misconceptions sellers have. Retail receipts do not satisfy Amazon's authenticity requirements. Walmart receipts, Target receipts, or store receipts only prove consumer purchases. Amazon wants business-to-business traceability. So in other words, they want to see the entire sourcing chain, not just proof you bought the product. Okay guys, now we're getting into supplier legitimacy. Amazon independently verifies suppliers against brand distribution networks. Guys, liquidators, eBay sellers, and random wholesalers usually fail verification immediately. Even genuine products get rejected if the supplier cannot be verified as officially authorized. Now, let's break this down properly. Business name matching. Amazon performs exact string comparison between your invoice and seller central account. Even one missing word, punctuation issue, or LLC mismatch can trigger automatic rejection. Guys, Amazon's system checks character by character accuracy. Okay guys, now we're talking about supplier information. Amazon wants full business names, physical addresses, direct phone numbers, and active company websites. Guys, missing contact details instantly reduce credibility because Amazon cannot independently verify the supplier properly. Now we're diving into product identification requirements, UPCs, ASINs, model numbers, and detailed product descriptions all matter. Guys, vague descriptions like electronics or miscellaneous items usually fail immediately because Amazon cannot connect the invoice to specific listings. Moving on to the next page, quantity verification. Amazon compares your invoice quantities against your actual sales volume. Guys, if you sold 500 units but your invoices only show 50 units purchased, Amazon immediately questions your sourcing chain. Okay guys, now let's break this down. Invoice timing. Amazon prefers recent invoices, usually within the last 90 to 180 days, depending on the case. Outdated invoices, future dated document, or inconsistent purchase timelines trigger automatic enforcement risk fast. Now we're getting into one of the most overlooked problems, PDF metadata and OCR failures. Guys, invoices can get rejected even when the information itself is legitimate. Low resolution scans, hidden editing history by watermarks, or blurry mobile scans trigger Amazon's automated detection systems immediately. Okay, now we're talking about altered invoice flags. Many sellers panic when Amazon labels invoices as invalid or edited. But honestly, sometimes the issue is hidden metadata, not fraud. Guys, rebuilding invoices as clean text-based PDFs often fixes these technical verification problems. This is where sellers sometimes panic too early. One account owner received an invalid invoice warning from Amazon and immediately assumed the supplier was fake. But after reviewing the files, the actual issue was technical. The PDFs had hidden editing metadata, and some of the scans were low quality. So even though the invoices were legitimate, Amazon's system flagged them as suspicious. Once the files were rebuilt properly into clean document formats, the verification process moved forward normally. Because guys, sometimes the problem is the document structure, not the invoice itself. Now let's move into the next page. No invoice situations. Guys, never fabricate invoices. That's one of the fastest ways to get permanently banned. Instead, explain the operational situation honestly, especially if the listing had 0 sales or inactive inventory. Okay guys, now we are talking about 0 sales proof. If no units were sold, you can submit sales reports, inventory reports, and fulfillment activity logs showing zero customer impact. Guys, proving no customers were affected massively reduces authenticity risk during investigations. Now let's break this down properly. The future invoice strategy. Sometimes Amazon rejects old invoices no matter what. In those situations, sellers recover faster by purchasing fresh inventory from verified authorized distributors. Guys, Amazon focuses heavily on future compliance confidence. Okay, guys, now we're talking about letters of authorization. And for branded products, invoices alone are often not enough anymore. Amazon wants direct written authorization from the actual brand owner. Distributor issued approvals usually fail because Amazon wants brand level permission. Now we're diving into the most common submission mistakes: retail receipts, redacted pricing, incomplete supplier information, and overloaded attachments destroy appeals constantly. Guys, sending 50 random files does not make your appeal stronger. Clean, focused documentation performs much better. This is one of the biggest mistakes sellers make during appeals. One business owner tried strengthening the case by uploading everything possible: screenshots, random receipts, dozens of unrelated files, huge attachments. But instead of helping, it made the review process more confusing. Key documents became harder to identify quickly. Once the submission was cleaned up with only the most relevant invoices and supplier records included, the appeal became much easier to review, because in other words, more files do not automatically mean more credibility. Okay guys, now let's break this down. POA structure. Strong appeals always follow 3 sections clearly: root cause analysis, corrective actions, and prevention controls. Amazon reviewers process hundreds of appeals daily, so organized structure immediately increases credibility. Now we're getting into escalation strategy. If automation rejects compliant documents repeatedly, you escalate strategically through higher review channels. Guys, most successful reinstatements happen once human reviewers finally inspect the evidence properly instead of relying only on automated systems. Guys, invoice suspensions can feel extremely frustrating, but most cases become fixable once you understand Amazon's documentation standards properly. Hope you guys found value in today's video and have a more clear understanding of what Amazon thinks when this suspension happens. If this video provides value, please like, share, and subscribe for more helpful content. If you're an Amazon reinstatement consultant and you're looking to see if you qualify to be in our Rios Inner Circle group, then feel free to check out the links below in our description section. We host free masterclasses every week where we dive more into specific topics like these and give you more details on how you can better assist your clients while saving you time, money, headaches, and most importantly, protect your business assets moving forward like always. See you guys next time.